If the bullets from Mehmed Ali Akshah's gun had been just a few millimeters more accurate, we would probably be venerating Pope John Paul II as a martyr today.
Radości i bólu, w zdrowiu i chorobie, przez wszystkie dni waszego życia. Czy przyrzekacie szanować...
Instead, the Polish Pope miraculously survived the attack on May the 13th, 1981. John Paul II died in 2005, almost 24 years after the assassination attempt. Ten years ago, on April the 27th, 2014, he was canonized by Pope Francis.
No bo wiemy, że był człowiekiem szalenie utalentowanym i pisarzem.
People ask me where I saw the Pope's holiness, because we know that he was an incredibly talented person, a writer, a poet, an orator, an actor, but above all, a person of great prayer,
Ważność modlitwy dla człowieka i dla siebie.
Ten years after he was canonized, this pope remains a figure of great interest. Cardinal Stanisław Dziwisz, the former Archbishop of Krakow, was John Paul II's private secretary during his entire papacy. In a 2016 interview with EWTN Germany, Cardinal Dziwisz recounted the day the Pope nearly lost his life to an assassination attempt.
I wasn't just in St. Peter's Square that day. I was on that jeep with the Holy Father when he was hit by a bullet. His strength was failing, and I was supporting him. I was also in the ambulance with him. While he was still conscious, he was already praying for the person who had carried out the attack. He didn't know him yet, but even then, he forgave him and offered up his suffering for the Church and for humanity.
John Paul II was a politically active pope who played a significant role in ending communist dictatorships in Europe. Additionally, he was known as a pope for the youth, having established the World Youth Days, which occur every few years to engage young people globally. The German Cardinal Joachim Meisner was a friend of John Paul II's. As Archbishop of Cologne, the Cardinal, who died in 2017, prepared World Youth Day 2005 in Cologne, together with the Polish Pope.
About 4 weeks before the Pope died, he had me come to the clinic. There he asked me, "Are you still counting on me in Cologne?" And I said, "Holy Father, of course we are counting on you." Then I leaned over him in his bed and grabbed him by the sleeves and said, "Holy Father, I won't let you go until you promise me that you'll come to Cologne." He smiled a little and said, "I'll come, but how exactly? That's up to the Lord." That's why I always say, our World Youth Day in Cologne was the first one with two popes, one down here and one up there in heaven.
John Paul II's former companions realized early on that this man was a saint.
Eigentlich, ich will es mal so sagen, das darf nur nicht falsch verstanden werden.
Let me put it this way. It just shouldn't be misunderstood. I always said that Papa Wojtyła smelled of God. He spread such an atmosphere that you always lived consciously in the presence of God. Whenever I came back from a visit with him, I realized that I had experienced God. He made God tangible, audible.
To nie był najemnik, tylko pasterz.
He was not an actor as a pope. He was an authentic shepherd. And people sense that. Young people sense that. He was a shepherd who gives himself for his flock.
At the canonization of John Paul II, however, Pope Francis didn't only pay tribute to him as a pope for the youth.
In questo servizio al popolo di Dio,
In his own service to the people of God, St. John Paul II was the Pope of the family. He himself once said that he wanted to be remembered as the Pope of the family.
ricordato come il Papa della famiglia.
John Paul II gave a lot to the Church, much more than his life.